So what I'm thinking, like, part of me's thinking we could do the group flight later in caravans with the Squirrel logo, and then we literally have a caravan of caravans. For the lols. Rest is me. Thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. No, it says Squirrel. It's just the style. Listen, if you want to argue semantics, look at the word squirrel while you're at it. Yeah, so we could, if you guys know how to fly the caravan, we could fly the caravan with the Squirrel livery. You don't have to, just an option. Liana, most people don't notice there's no actual I in my logo. It's an implied I, but most people don't notice it. And that's what makes the logo unique in a way. Otherwise, you could just say, oh, that's a font, but it's not a font. It's a specific logo. Exactly. Squirrel. Squirrel. Our squirrel. Anyway, that's that done, right? You'd love an squirrel over the TBM. Don't worry, sir. Black is working on it. He's going to do one for the TBM. And then maybe something else. It's up to him. Right, what are we doing? Are we tracking here? We are tracking. It's 10 minutes sat on the ground doing nothing. You can't import the livery as the file path is too long. Nonsense. Nonsense. Where's the registration number on the plane? That gets put on by your sim. FSC will put it on for you. If you fly on air, you'll have to put it in on your when you're picking your livery in the ATC tab. I have no clue, Zagoku. Absolutely no clue about such things. Mind your head, bro. Nutty 555. Everybody knows that, Larry. Bro, come on. You might run out of VRAM or something, maybe. That seems like an odd set of buildings. They look like houses to me. I think we'll just turn here and take off. Use the radios. Not when I'm not talking to ATC, no.
Approaching runway 35.
Right, lights, prop, flaps.
Runway 35. 1,494 meters remaining.
Right climb. 2,500. And then try and see the airfield. Tell you what, there's a lot of airfields in close proximity. Oh, is that mist over there? Is that ground mist? That's really cool. What's the flight? About 12 miles south. It really is. The world's shortest flight. Are the meals on the flight? By the time you've opened a packet of peanuts, you won't even have time to finish it. Let's put that out of the way a minute. Should do it. Gunboy, welcome back, Gunboy UK. Now we need to look for the airfield. Detved, thank you very much for subbing. That's a very strange name. Detved. Detved Jeg Ikid Duk. In theory, you see where that other airfield is on the sat-nav? Pretty much that is on the approach into 19er. Must be Danish. I hope so. Getting Viz on this is going to be tricky. Why does the 9 always have an R on the end? It's part of the phonetic speak. It's like 3 is meant to be said tree. And in all cases like that, it's for the avoidance of ambiguity. So it goes 1, 2, tree, and I think it's tree because a lot of non-native English speakers find it very difficult to say th. So it's tree is the international number for in the aviation world. And then you got five instead of 5 with a V, it's fife. So it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 0. There is no 10. Which is another reason why in runway numbers and things like that, you say 19, you don't say 19. There's nothing above 9. Again, because for non-English native speakers, having to learn 19 or up to 36 is much more difficult than just having to learn 10 digits. And then you can just say 19er or 35. Yeah. That's literally how it works. You Swedish have problems with and after R. Yeah. I totally get it. Mr. Furrybum, how you doing? Yeah, it's just th and v. It's very hard to say. And I think they picked 9er because 9 doesn't really end very well.
100.
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why 9er was picked as opposed to 9.
500.
9 could sound like 5. Yeah, probably makes sense. I suppose if a non-English speaker says it, it probably does. How's the cash grinding? I'm doing a mission at the moment. The mission's bringing you a lot of XP, which is good for leveling you up and giving you skill points, but don't bring in much cash. But since I've upgraded to the Caravan instead of the Cessna 172, as well as do the mission, I can now take other things, so I'm kind of earning a bit of cash as well as the XP. So in a few hops time, I should have some nice XP.
Landing time logged. Landed at Mike 54, Lebanon month.
Now I gotta work out where we're going. It's because 9 also sounds like no in German. Possibly. I don't know if that's the case. You hired an AI pilot to do missions so you could explore the world for cash. You see, you can't do that when you're on Thunder server, because Thunder server's hardcore. That doesn't let you hire AI. There's no AI at all. It's human players only. It'll do. It's weird. There's parking spaces on the ground. You can see the markings, but they're not actually painted up, weirdly.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight. Registered in on-air company.
Imp, how you doing, sir? Ooh, bunch of things delivered that time. Where's the income statements? Have a look at that. No, not that one. I like this one better. See, all that is basically bonus on top of the mission. So it pays for the fuel at least. You're in the office on a Sunday? Oh my god. Good reason to have you on the big TV. No. Randy Pep, not bad. Where's my aircraft here? I can return that now, can't I? Stop the rent. Nothing to pay. That's because I took it back. I should probably get rid of the Savage Cub as well. That was just something I did. It was a recovery thing. I think we'll get charged a fee on this because I don't think cave-in is where it's supposed to be. Rented it. Aircraft return fee 43 credits. Trip fuel back 16. Pilot wages 87. Paperwork 14. Paperwork? Paperwork? This is a purely digital system. There's no paperwork here. Have you seen much performance improvement with the new patch? It's been behaving. I'm not seeing any big jump or anything. It's been behaving okay. Depends what you fly, though, you know. If you fly the glass, you should see some good stuff. Right, so we've now got to deliver to KSYI, which was on our list here. And if we have a look, KSYI, we could also start looking for jobs to MO2 possibly. Depends if we want to hold them to here and then over there. $11 PM for you. Good night, sir. So let's see if we've got anything going from M54 to KSYI. Let's see how much space we've got. Oh yeah, 10 personnel. They were paying quite well, I seem to remember. We can't take anything else. I forgot we picked that passenger run. Actually, fuel's not bad here. Might get a little splash. Yeah, let's get a little splash of fuel. That'll do. It takes 10 passengers 1 minute to get on the plane. And then another 5 minutes to work out which seat they're going to sit in, what they've done with the bag. KSYI, there we go. Weather down there at the moment. The weather down at KSYI, wind is 360 at 3 knots. So we're going to have to plan to go probably a right downwind and turn back and land on 36. I don't know if there's any procedure that we could follow into. Probably can. We could do an RNAV approach. into 3.6. The only problem with that is, like, you got to fly all the way past it. It's a bit of a faff. Any suggestions which airport you should start your career on? Where would you rather fly? Like, think of the country first. Dude, you better watch what you're doing though, bro. How does he even do that? And where's the windows gone? On his plane? Her plane, sorry? Wait, she can't see over that dash. It's like a 10-year-old girl flying a plane. Look at this. She literally cannot see over that dash. She's clearly going IFR. She's going to fly instruments all the way. I know what's going to happen here. Wait, now the glass is back. Oh man, look at that! Look at the Garmin screens in here. Oh, like she's even got freckles. Look at the detail on that. That's amazing. They put freckles on her face, and then they don't even put Garmin screens. She's just doing donuts. Look at this. She's literally just doing donuts. Oh my god. Hey, hang on a minute. You didn't have sunglasses a second ago, did you? Did she have sunglasses? Maybe she did. Well, that's a full 360 you've done. No scope. Well done.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I think the AI is going, I don't know how to get out. What is going on? Mr. Man Maze, thank you for 51 months. Oh boy. I just love this. He's just going to sit. Like, from my view here, she doesn't have any glass at all. And her head is not even over the top of that seat. Oh boy. Right. Let's get the flight plan. M54 to KSYI, I believe it was.
System test. Okay.
KSYI. Correct. .38 nautical. Woo! Let's go all the way to 6,000, shall we? She's still doing it. This is brilliant. Right, beacons on.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Good to know. Yeah, I've been tracking since the start, I believe. 3 minutes 43 we started tracking. Fuel looks good. Payload's been loaded. Aircon's on. Pizza's on. No wind data, that's interesting. Does that mean there's no wind? I'm kind of curious to see when we move whether she actually does anything. Look at that. We was literally blocking her from doing anything. Hey, don't even think about nipping in front of me. Don't even think about it. Ain't no way, girlfriend. No way. Bigger's better. We're going first.
Approaching runway 01.
Bully, you must be
Runway
joking.
01, 1,128 meters remaining.
She can wait. She's slowing that thing. We're in a turboprop. See ya. Anyway, I was on the right of her, so I've got right away. So I win.
Airborne time locked.
I knew what she was doing. She waited for us to move, and then she was about to just nip in there and get to the runway. I'm like, nope. That's not how this works. Chivalry is dead, mate. We're in the 21st century now. Chivalry is very much dead. Right, we'll climb up to 6,000. Cruise for a few minutes, then come back down, probably. I wonder if she's still on the runway now. Let's have a look. I don't see her. I'm not sure where she is. Should have taken off by now. Oh, here we go. Autopilot fun. So now, you see what just happened though, right? So now because of that, I'm going to lose a whole load of reputation in honor. That's what's going to happen now. We're going to lose, like, you know how we got 0.09% for the last flight? I'll now lose 0.5%. That's what's going to happen. Same thing happened to you. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I really wish that the I really wish this thing. Actually, does FLC mode work in this? FLC mode 97. So if I climb 87. See, if you use flight level change mode, you should never get that because it will climb at a certain speed, which is a much better way of doing it. I think in the TBM it's called IAS mode, indicated airspeed, I think. Yeah, I should be using that instead of V-speed. Also, why are you not navigating? Oh, it's... Oh my god. Let's go heading mode. Oh, the autopilot's gone off. Okay. That's why. There we go. Look, it's chasing. It's going to storm me again. It's chasing the airspeed now. But it's doing the same thing it does. Like when it overshoots and then comes back. So it could still put us into a stall. Tell you what, let's make it a faster speed. I do not watch the Grand Tour now. There we go. I think we're okay now. How shiny that wing is. Ellis the Bellis, thank you for 9 months. I've been to Niagara Falls. I have, yeah. None of the waterfalls look very good. Detailing on the wing is so good, look at that. It's incredible. It's so cool the way you can fly inside your own aircraft and all the GPS is still low. Yeah, it's holding the speed, which is good. Do you know when it's released on Xbox? No clue. It's curious that they've announced the Xbox, but they've not announced Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox. So nobody really knows what they're going to do. Yeah, the Caravan can haul quite a bit fall-wise. This one has 2 rows of 4 seats, then cargo space at the back. So in theory there's 8 seats plus co-pilot. It's pretty powerful. Looks heavy. Yeah, it's fully loaded. Right now there's a whole bunch of army personnel sat in there that it's not showing you. Yeah, it doesn't draw them yet, Ferret. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. It'd be really cool if it drew passengers and cargo. You think they'll have real trouble optimizing it for console? The biggest problem they've got with console is memory. Like, you know, just trying to squeeze something like this into that kind of memory is tricky. Do you know you can move to the back of the plane with your track IR and set nice camera angles and stuff? Move to the back of the plane with the track IR. Oh, you mean... If I've understood you, you mean take the camera and like... Why's my back button not working? Okay, that's irritating. Okay, that used to work. Why does it stop me from going back now? Can't be in cockpit view, has to be in drone view. Yeah, but you used to be able to do it in cockpit view. I don't know why. Like, you used to be able to move backwards anywhere you want, but they've put a wall there now. Because I used to be able to go back and then look outside. It was rather cool. They've put some kind of invisible box in. Only works in the TBM. Oh, it depends on the plane, right. Because the problem with the drone is it kind of does this. Like, it kind of bounces around, whereas the camera didn't do that. Lotheron Prime, welcome back. Mr. Kazo, thank you for 15 months. Keep up the great work, thank you. People told you was an idiot getting 32 gig RAM for your new build. Not needed to tell me, wait for it. Yeah. 32 for this sim now. Depends what else you do on your PC, but 32 is just about the right amount. Planes are given a 3D space designated to cockpit. Yeah, but on the TBM it's much bigger for some reason. Yeah, if you're flying in the group flight later, we're going to try and load the Caravan and load the Squirrel livery. So, if you guys know how to fly the Caravan, if you're up for that, load the Squirrel livery and we'll see how many Squirrel Caravans we can get on the trip. Because that'll be kind of fun. You don't have to, there's no pressure. If you're not comfortable with the Caravan, it's fine. Move towards the visible wall, then physically move your head into the invisible wall using your tracker. Once you're in there, save the camera angle, reset, and then load the camera angle. Well, you're about the drone cam, because the drone cam doesn't have an invisible wall. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see the technique. You're tricking it into breaking through the wall. Interesting. Well, in my experience, this sim will easily eat like 14, 15, 16 gig of RAM. Because look how much I'm using right now. Oh, memory. Okay, it's only using 6 at the moment, that's fine. It's only using 6, but I'm using 20 in total. Which is interesting. So if I only had 16 gig of RAM, I would really struggle. More CPU cores gives you more FPS. You wish. They're just like city skyline cities, look at them. Since you've upgraded, you've had no crash to desktops. Nice. There's a VOR station here. Shelbyville, 113.55. There it is. Shelbyville, SYI. 13 nautical. Whereabouts in the world are we? Does that help? That's where we are. We're doing that little trip there. You can see Homer's house. Lol. The aircraft is performing very strangely. Like, we're in a descent, almost full power in a descent, and we're only doing 127 knots. Flaps are up. Props fully forward. And it's only doing 120 knots. Like, it should be almost overspeeding right now. Which is a bit odd. Check the invisible speed brake. How do I check it? How do I actually check that? Is that where you have to map a button to it or something? I think I found it. Yeah, look, I found it. It is the speed brake. So I happen to have a switch mapped on my throttle quadrant for speed brake, and I just moved it, and look what happened to my speed. There's a button on my quadrant for speed brake. Was the actual speed brake in here then? Does the Caravan even have one? That's nuts, that is. So it doesn't have a speed brake, but if you map a button to it, it has a speed brake. That's hilarious. That's the best bug ever. Andy225, thank you 52 months. Yeah, it has reverses. I use them all the time, but the speed brake thing, I was literally going along thinking, wait, this ain't right. That speed's not right. You live in Shelbyville, nice. You wonder if you can bring the gear up? Yeah, probably. Press the landing gear button and just get more speed. That's where we are right now. Yeah, that's odd, Captain Flint. Like, how does that even work? Don't fat shame the Caravan. Lol. I tell you what, this cloud here is very low. Look at it. We're currently 1,500 above the airfield, and there's cloud there, which is probably about 700 feet below us. That is almost fog. That is really weird. How do you get the reverser to work in a caravan? I toggle the switch and mess with the throttle, it doesn't work. Literally toggle the reverser and then go full throttle. No, I don't have a 3080. 2080 Ti. Is that fog? I don't know. I think so.
Mile final runway 36.
I mean, the temperature outside is like 14 Celsius. Seems a bit warm for that.
100.
500.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Sierra Yankee, India. Omer Shelbyville, Month.
Whoa, just about made it. It's like... Yeah, so you just toggle your reverser and then go full throttle again, and it should you'll hear it change. That landing video that I did, I said in that the secret to a good landing is a good approach, and it is literally true. If you get a nice controlled descent, your landing becomes so much easier. There was a TBM here, and some real refueling trucks. put it over here next to TBM.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
That's curious. I didn't come to the taxi guy, but it did the flying thing. That's a bit weird. Right, let's have a look at what I thought of that. I got 2 more jobs left. 74 grand cash is building. Yeah, we got 5 grand for that. Nice. That's 3 out of the 5 delivered. See, I am wondering though, when we get more skill points, what to put the skill points in. Oh yeah, the rep hit. Oh man. What does it show that? It'll be minus 0.5. Does it show your breakdown? Flight log. There you go. Aircraft stalled minus 0.5. On I think it was like on Sunday, last Sunday, I did exactly the same thing, and I lost 1% rep because there was a bug where it would, well, not so much a bug. Basically, it would go into a stall, come out the stall, and then Honor would detect it in the stall again. And every time it did that, it'd give you 0.5. So now, when it gives you an aircraft stall, it gives you a full minute to recover before it counts it again. FS Economy doesn't like the Squirrel livery. It thinks it's a whole different plane. Eh? Why would it do that? Has anybody else found that? Okay, where are we going? We're going from KSYI to MO2. MO2. Actually, let's see how much that's going to take loaded. You just tried, no bueno. So in On-Air it doesn't affect it, but in FSE it thinks it's a different plane. Guessing FS Economy is rigging the aircraft type from the aircraft config. Is Sir Blackie still in chat? He'll have to have a look at that. You need to fix the config file. One passenger. So we've got about 2,200 pounds of space left for other stuff. Yeah, if you just let him know, pups, just tell him that he needs to change the aircraft config file because in FSC it thinks it's a completely different plane. It's probably like a 2-second fix, but it needs sorting out. KSYI to M02. What have we got? Nothing. SF Giants, thank you for 58 months. You're welcome, sir. If we haven't got anything going to MO2, have we got anything going to KMRC? Actually, let's see what's at MO2. To KMRC. You're not sure if it can be fixed? Let me have a look at the file. Aircraft config. It's probably this, isn't it? Is it that has to change, perhaps? Actually, what if we look at, FSE are taking new members, I'm sure they are. Just looking at what the other guys did. What? It's probably something to do with this, isn't it? It might be missing something. Blackie, there might be something that... Have a look at the one that they did for the livery pack. Have a look in there. It's obviously something that you're doing or not doing is what's causing the problem. Bunch of pallets, 1,400. Business trip. 8 army personnel. Expires in 2 days. From MO2 to KMRC. Might as well take that. Get that when we get there. Don't know if we can take that as well. Seems quite heavy considering we've got 8 passengers. 8 passengers weighs, what, 190 pounds each? So 1,600. Actually, we probably can take that. Well, what I mean by something he's doing or not doing is he's put a bunch of stuff in there, and something he's put in could be telling it that it's not a 2-out caravan, but I think it's more likely there's something else he has to put in to tell it that it is a 2-out caravan. Whatever FSE's looking for. Honor doesn't care. Honor's fine with it. But FSE is clearly looking for something else. But I'm no expert. I have no clue. On the variation name, I had squirrel on it. I got rid of the squirrel to see if it fixed it. And did it? MO2 to KMRC. Printed magazines. Oh well, might as well grab them while we're on the way. So we grab all of that. Fuel is not super cheap. Blitzkrieg, I thought they'd reopen registrations at FSE. I thought all that had gone now. The weather at MO2. 050 at 4 knots. Well, it's going to be a crosswind, pretty much no matter what we do. I guess we're going 3-5 then. These different entry patterns they have. It's kind of cool. He changed the name of it in the config file now. It completely doesn't recognize it. Microsoft Flight Sim. Lol. It's still closed. What the heck, man? Why is FSE still closed? Honestly, I'm surprised by that. Homer Simpson 16 has gifted a whole bunch of subs. Thank you very much, Homer. Thank you for the gifting. And if you just got one, please give him a thank you, guys. GG, sir. It's very kind. On our plugin activated. Yeah, I don't get it, Floating Flatman. Like, I know they process the backlog, but why is it just not been reopened? They're just helping on air right now. Thank you, Homer.
TOS system test. Okay.
Okay. 60 nautical. FSC guys don't want to have a laggy server. Thing is, I don't think it's lagging right now, is it? I mean, I'm sure they could open a few more pages of applications. It's not. That's just nuts. Genuinely surprised by that.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Internet Explorer 00. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Thank you for your sub. Thanks for graphics tutorial on how my car keeps topping to 100%. You're going to have to dial something back. You don't want to be hitting 100%. Yeah, DuckSpeak, they broke that in the last update. They broke the sensitivity settings in the updates. You know, the stuff's been working since even pre-release, they managed to break. So, what can you say? Flight level change mode. Let's go with 100 knot climb out. Let's use that now instead. Homer Simpson, thank you for the bits as well. I hope you're well. Haven't been around much. I thought I'd give you a few subs out. It's my birthday. I turned 22. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Homer Simpson. 22 today. Did you know, Mr. Homer Simpson, that you share the same birthday as Mr. Pringle? So you now officially have the same birthday as the legend. Oh, to be 22 again. It's funny, when you're 22, like you go, oh my god, I'm so old. And then people older than you go, oh man, wish I was 22. Lots of sensitivities, yep. You think you vaguely remember being 22? It's funny, when you're young, all you want to be is older. And then when you're older, all you want to be is young. I think it just comes down to the grass is greener. You know, like when you're 14, you're like, oh, I wish I was 18. I can go on a pub and buy a drink, drive a car. And you get to 18, it's like, oh, this is good. And then you get to like 22 and you think, geez, man, I wish I was 18 again. What's the best age? I don't know. I don't know if there is a best age. I think it depends what's happening in your life at that point, you know? You know, if you were 22 years old and you was really, really struggling in life, really struggling, you know, bad things were happening, and you're not going to want to be 22 again. Is on Earth free. It's free for 7 days, then you have to pay. That reminds me, actually, I've got some honor keys to give away. Remind me in cruise, and I will give a key away for honor for a month. It's a 1 month access key. I was watching a TV program earlier this week called, what's it called? It's got a hilarious name.
494 meters remaining.
It's about young people going living with old people for a week. Oh, what's it called? It's got a funny name. One sec. Epic Gamer. Thank you for 17 months. I could have subbed for the start, but I'd be on 6 years and not 17 months. It's all good. PC Geek, thank you very much, sir, for 66 months. I hope you're well. No, it's called, was it Grant? No. Something for something. Grants for... Oh, man. It's got a catchy name. Lodges for Codgers, that's it. Thank you. Lodges for Codgers, it's called. Toy had a funny name. So it's called Lodges for Codgers, and it's like these young... They set up a room, and these young people come in and have a chat with these old people. The old people are looking for somebody to come live with them for a week. Yeah? Just want some company or whatever. And the young people are generally the ones who are struggling to find accommodation. Like one woman, she was living in a van. She lives in a van. She's about 24 years old, and she lives in the back of her van. But it's quite interesting. What's a codger? An old person. It's like a slant name for an old person. It means like old and venerable. But it's quite a cool program actually, because sometimes you get these people who like they think they're gonna get on, and then the young person comes and lives with them, and they don't get on, but by the end of the week they've both learned to appreciate each other quite a bit, and so they both really benefit out of it, and it's quite interesting. But there was like one girl, she turned up with her dog. She said, "Is it okay if I bring my dog?" And they were like, "Yeah, it's fine. We like dogs." And by the end of the week, like this old couple, they were about 70, I think, and they'd their daughter, you know, left home years ago. So they've obviously They were looking for a replacement daughter, really. That's what they were looking for, or just some company, because they've got a lot of things that they can teach and help out with. Anyway, so she came staying, and at the end of the week, they genuinely got on so well that the old couple was like, "You can stay if you want, and we love your dog." It was quite interesting. But there was a guy, a young guy, who went and stayed with a woman in Chelsea. She lives in like Kensington and Chelsea, which is one of the most expensive areas of London to live in. Average house price there is £2 million in Kensington and Chelsea, and he went staying there, and he was like this. He was a coloured guy. I think he was gay, and he was a hairdresser, but he wanted to be a hairdresser. But he was basically faffing around. And this woman, she was 66 years old and Asian, right? And she'd gone through so much in her life. Like back in 2005, she'd lost her husband to cancer. And then 5 years later, her son committed suicide because he had like manic depression. So she'd lost so much, this woman. And this guy comes round and stays with her. And at first they're all getting on okay, but then she starts getting really annoyed with him because he's not doing anything. Like, he's not helping out. She's making him a meal. She said, you know, from where I come from, when you invite somebody into your home, you make them a meal. And so every morning she was making him breakfast, making an evening meal. And then she was basically saying to the camera, like, he's not doing anything. Like, he's not even offering to clean up. He's not, you know, it's really getting annoying now. And every time she talked to him, said, what are you doing with your life? He was like, oh, I might do this, I might do that, I don't know, you know, I just want to enjoy myself. And she was getting really annoyed, saying, like, you need to have some focus. You need to, like, what is stopping you going being a hairdresser right now? You need a pair of scissors, go and do it. You know, so she wasn't taking anything from this lad, and this lad was faffing around, and he was getting annoyed with her because he's like, oh, she's trying to tell me what to do. By the end of the week, like about the fourth or fifth day, he got up one morning and he made her breakfast, right? That was it. After the evening meal, he said, I'll tidy up. So he did the dishes. So he just got up and did the dishes, and she was like, wow. And then the next morning, he made her breakfast, and then after he'd made her breakfast, he said, I'd like to do something for you, like I'd like to cut your hair, if that's okay. I'd like some style in your hair. And she was like, yeah, that'd be great. So he made a breakfast and then cut her hair and made it look really nice. Like, honestly, this guy obviously had some skill and made her hair look really nice. And she was so touched by it that it completely changed they just totally bonded and completely changed the outlook on each other. And on reflection, he was then saying, you know, she is actually right. Like, I am just faffing around. I'm floating. I'm not doing anything. But at the end of the week, she said, like, I don't want anybody living with me. She said, I really like you, but I've come to learn that sharing my space with somebody is not actually something I want to do. But they learned a lot about each other. It's a really interesting program. If you see it on TV, it's called Lodgers for Codgers. It doesn't always work out perfectly, but it's a very interesting journey. Let's put it that way. Moon RK, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the Net House. Thank you. No, it's not scripted. It literally is not scripted. It's very much the cameramen are just there filming what's going on. It's not scripted at all. I think, you know, the show has some choice in who they bring in to be, you know, either side of the party, but they don't affect who picks whom, and they don't affect how it plays out. Luke Pryor, thank you for 49. Right, let's just do a giveaway, shall we? I think we've got 2 keys to give away. I'll give away one now. So we just need a keyword. Sub multiplier will make subs increased chance of winning. And we just need a keyword for this giveaway. Let me think. Codger. We'll have Codger. Exclamation mark Codger. I tell you, if somebody walks in chat right now and they just see chat going, Codger, 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 they're like, what is going on? Anyway, put exclamation mark put exclamation mark Codger. Just put it in chat once, don't put it more than once. It will take you out if you do. Not as in it'll take you out. Like, I mean, it'll just take you out the giveaway. Right, we're at 8. Let's have just a quick check of the while you're doing that. So we're giving away a key for Honor, kindly provided by the Honor guys. I think we said 04, didn't we? Variable at 4 knots. Okay. Alright, we're just going on 3-5. We need to vector to this TPA. I wonder if the flight plan knows about TPA. TPA. Oh my god. Not that TPA. Oh god, hang on. You clear that. Alright, we'll give up on that. Back to nav mode. That's 8,900 nautical away. Yeah, that's not the TPA I was thinking of. Anyway, so the elevation is 892. Let's call it 900. Want to be about 2,000 on the downwind leg. By 18 nautical, I reckon we'll descend. Slow down. It's looking a bit cloudy. Taz, thank you for 4 months. Back in minstrels. Right, let's pick a winner. Right, last 30 seconds to get your entry in. So the way this works is, whoever the winner is, you get a code. You go to your Honor screen in the app and you redeem it. It'll add a month onto your account. So if you're in the middle of a free 7 days, it'll add a month on top of it. Like whatever your current subscription plan is. You don't have Honor. There's not much use to you then. Right, pick a winner. Dell Gaming. Dell Gaming is the winner. Okay, Dell Gaming, what you need to do, you need to whisper one of the mods. Or rather, whisper Puppies, because he's the only one mod around. GD rigged, yeah. Whisper Puppies and he'll give you the key. If you don't claim your key, we'll put it in the pot for someone else. I don't know why those flaps are out, that's nuts. Next thing, we find out the speed brake's on. That certainly helped with the speed, won't it? It's always rigged when you don't win. It's like the National Lottery is rigged. Euro Millions is rigged, because I've never won it. And that's how I know it's rigged. I'm eating minstrels. If you remind me, at about 4:30 I'll give another one away. I need to give that last one away before I do the group flight. Will you be able to keep up if you're in smaller planes like the 172? Yeah, because I'll fly a lot slower. I won't fly too quickly. What's that, about 120 knots? I'll probably take off quicker though. I'll just fly around with the flaps out, how about that? If I fly in the group flight with the flaps down, position 1, should be fine. Welcome back, Beddoes. Yeah, I just put the speed brake in. Next patch suite you've never found in Singapore. Yeah. You probably recognise them. Galaxy Minstrels. They're quite nice. Goldar, I've seen that before. If it does like a left 90 and then drops you out the sky, I have seen that. You got to restart the sim. Puppies, is the key being claimed? Who you meant to message? The moderator. Puppies. I like Puppies 2410. That guy. That chrome edge looks so good. We're not far off descent. All you want for Christmas this year is a flight yoke. Yep. Everything's out of stock. Everything's hard to get right now. It's the perfect storm of 6 months of coronavirus destroying supply chains, coupled with Microsoft releasing a brand new flight sim and therefore a massive demand and a really bad supply. Does anyone have the current Zulu time? 14:08. Case being claimed, thank you. Started a job at Amazon last week. It was pretty hectic. Aren't they? Amazon are hiring like 100,000 new positions. They're one of the companies that have done very well out of Corona.
Destination AWAS is 123.875.
You just bought your first TBM £183,000 in what, FSE? You got the Airbus side stick. I saw that. I guess you got to have somewhere to put that. UJ Jackson, welcome back. I'm kind of thinking that might be it. Although I'm not 100%. That might actually be the town. It might be on the other side of that. Yeah, on FSE, the TBMs are like $800,000 usually. Starts at 3 AM till 11:30 AM. Working through the night. So I've gone onto heading mode because I want to try and intercept this TPA, and then we do a left turn, then try and pick up the downwind leg. Hence why I'm not on nav mode. What's the RRP of your whole setup? I have literally no clue. Will there be a career mode in Microsoft Flight Sim? I don't think there will be. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there will be. I would hope not. I would hope they'll just build the platform and not that. But who knows? Live weather appears to be working for me. Yeah, I hope they add some standalone missions. I think they'll add, like, the bush trips, right? I think they'll build that stuff. Where are you in flight? Is there any way to check the wind? Yep. See you. The models will make everything pretty much. They've made the sim quite easily moddable, which is a great thing. Just tracking this at the moment. Have you seen videos of people changing, adding things to the map? I don't think so. It's a flight sim. I'm not addicted, no. Enjoying it, yes. Addicted, no. That's what it would say. Lol. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't sit in the rig. Didn't do anything. Actually, Monday, I was out flying all day. Yes. We're in the US. I think that is the airfield right there. Define addiction, where you lost control. It's no longer a choice. You've lost control of it. It's something you feel compelled to do rather than something you choose to do. That's the difference between an addiction and a non-addiction. Fremy, see you in a bit.